What's going on, guys? It's Matt from the Hair Transplant channel. In this video I'm gonna talk about 5 things that you should be doing immediately after your hair transplant for a better regrowth of your transplanted grafts, for decreasing the risk of infection, and lastly for a faster overall regeneration of your donor area as well as your recipient area. Number 1 is smoking, and I know many of you guys will hate me for that who are like heavy smokers, but you know, it's true. There has been correlation between smoking and hair loss in men and women, and even many clinics and hair transplant surgeons are recommending not to smoke for about 1-2 weeks before and 1-2 weeks after hair transplant. And they're not just making that stuff up. There is going to be a link to one study in the description below where scientists actually observed increased hair loss with smoking. What they found out, a lot of smoking in general changes the DNA within the hair follicle, and it can mess up with the growing phase of the hair follicle. First, oxidative stress, which is caused by the smoke, by the toxins to the hair follicle. So what smoking does, and all those toxins coming out of the smoke, they're constricting the blood vessels which are coming to the scalp, okay? So in your veins there are a lot of blood vessels. Imagine them like transporters of all those nutrients and oxygen all into your scalp, into your hair follicles. And the smoke, the toxins coming out of the smoke are like constricting those vessels and destroying them basically, or shrinking them until there are no blood vessels which can transport those nutrients and blood and oxygen to your grafts, to your scalp. If you are a smoker, like, I would really restrict smoking at least 1 week before and 1 week after hair transplant. And it takes about 4 to 5 or even 7 days for your grafts, for new grafts, to be completely solidified under your skin here, so nothing can happen to them. Taking a break from smoking during this period of time can really help those grafts and make it easier for those grafts to really become really solidified and get the best nutrients possible during the first week. So why would you make it harder for your grafts than it already is? Number 2, antibiotics. Okay, you have to be taking some antibiotics if you don't want to get any infection, okay? So this is really important. Trust me, without antibiotics the risk of infection would be much bigger. Every good clinic, every hair transplant surgeon should prescribe you some antibiotics so you can prevent the infection happening on your scalp. Number 3, anti-swelling pills. It can be capsules, probably capsules. Those are mine that I used to take back then, but now there are some spare ones. I don't use them anymore. So if you can take a look at the pictures at the video right here. If you don't want to look swollen for like days after your hair transplant, you want to really minimize the time when your face, your forehead is swollen, you should be taking some anti-swelling pills as well. Without them, I would have been probably swollen for like a week or several days in a row. And some clinics even prescribe anti-swelling pills before the procedure, so the risk of swelling can be minimized even more. You don't want people to see you with a swollen face. Then I would really ask my surgeon, or your surgeon in particular, about some pills, some medicals which you can start taking already before the hair transplant, so the swelling afterwards will be really minimized. Number 4 is start using lotion. Apply lotion already after the first night or second night after your procedure. I would start on my donor area, putting maybe like 5-6 drops of lotion and really just like tap it on my donor area. I wouldn't really rub it in like roughly. I would really just like tap it like this, you know, really tap it slightly on my donor area, on the really, because it will look harsh, it will look really red and it will be so dry. It will dry out very quickly. I wouldn't really start applying lotion onto the transplanted area right away, and even my clinic advised me to first only use lotion on my donor area, and then after a couple of days or after even 1 week I started to use lotion on my transplanted area as well, on my recipient area. Then you wait for about 1 hour, half an hour, so your skin will absorb all of that lotion in, and then you can rinse it out with lukewarm water. And this is just the lotion that I got from my clinic. I bet that your clinic, your surgeon will give you some of his lotions. You can try to find this one. It's called Vita Hair, and I got it in Turkey again. Okay, so lotion, very important immediately after your hair transplant, and you will really see that the donor area will like keep drying out really fast, you know. Sometimes I used it even twice a day or 3 times a day, especially within the first week after my hair transplant, because I really felt that pulling sensations and really dry scalp, dry skin on my donor area, so I really used it quite frequently. Okay, so that was the lotion. And number 5, this is a foam shampoo. So you'll just pretty much shake it and the foam will come out, you know, it's like a shaving foam. It looks like a shaving foam. And what you will do basically is just start tapping it again onto your donor area and onto your transplanted area. And this one I've been using already after first day after my hair transplant on my donor area as well as on my recipient areas. Okay, so again, tapping gently onto your donor area. After applying the lotion, you will just wait 1 hour and apply the foam shampoo like this. Just tap it here, you know, like that, slightly, as well as on your grafts. You have to be really gentle and really tap it onto your grafts, like newly planted grafts as well. Be careful. Okay, after that you will wait a couple minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then you will rinse it out. That way you can really speed up the regeneration of your donor area. You can really dry out those scabs with frequent lotioning and then shampooing and rinsing it out, so they can fall off much quicker, you know. Make sure you are doing all of those 5 guidelines or 5 things the best immediately after your hair transplant, again to prevent infections, for a better hair regrowth of your grafts, and lastly for an overall faster regeneration of your donor area and recipient area as well. This is especially important for the first and second week. Especially, you know, after 2 weeks there's no need to use lotion or this foam shampoo and stuff like that. It's especially important during the first 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will see each other in the next video.